I went to Millstone Village today. His name's Albert. We're both members of the merchants. He's in pretty bad shape. Last time I saw him, we were drawing up plans to start exporting stripling trees to the south. He said we could start working together as soon as he'd finished moving his last shipment of ore.
Are you talking about the caravan that was...
Yeah. How'd you know, Guanwin?
I heard they came under attack from a giant bear. Only the captain got out alive.
Yep, that was Albert's team. Vestals at Millstone Village say Albert's wounds came from a giant bear, and they could sense dark magic coming from inside him. When I saw him, he was in and out of consciousness. He managed to get a few words out. Bear. Curse. That was all.
From the sound of it, that wasn't...
Dark magic. Curses.
Keller, do you know the route Albert's caravan took?
Albert told me he was taking ore to the south. If they were taking the usual route, they'd have... There's a Merchants Guild rest stop there. If Albert left any notes behind...
My lord, we need to find out the truth about the attack on this caravan. It might lead us to more clues about Manastone.
Take me with you. I've got to find out why Albert was attacked. If there's even the slightest hint of a clue, my drunkie'll be able to sniff out the truth.
I'd better get ready to head out.
Nice work, honey. I knew you wouldn't let me down. You're reliable, just like Drunky. Let me see which...
So...
Yep. There's a couple things missing from the notes, but it's in... Yep. Merchants are used to writing daily logs. The road is a dangerous place. If something happens, dangerous spots on the road, the best caves for sleeping, that kind of thing. That even when he was badly wounded, Albert insisted on writing until he couldn't write anymore. He was no coward, that's for sure.
From the look of Albert's notes, he came...
Darn red eyes.
Sorry to interrupt, Your Grace. Our scouts say there's a group of trolls coming this way. There's mana stone embedded in their bodies and they look furious. Ready.
I've got it under control.
I will lead the army.
They'll write songs about that one.
Am I imagining it? When the trolls fell to the ground, it looked like I do when I finished unloading a fully stocked wagon. That's exactly it, hun. You are just as smart as Donkey.
When the trolls were struck down, mana stone fragments fell from their bodies. When they did, their evil aura faded. It seems the mana stone was yet to take root.
They seemed a lot happier, too. So does that mean that if we could take down the cursed bears y'all were talking about, they'd be freed from the curse just like those trolls were?
We cannot be sure. Trolls and giant bears are two very different creatures.
I know. It'd take Dronky a couple hundred kicks to take down a troll. But if he was up against a giant bear... What? No, he'd run away.
Indeed, behemoths like the giant bear, born during the Age of Dawn, offer as long as there are vast quantities of intact mana stone out there, the forces of darkness will only grow stronger.
As we were clearing up the battlefield, we discovered plenty of darkling tracks. The villagers say there's a giant bear lair not far from here.
They could be preparing for a ritual as we speak. There's no time to lose, my lord.
Torn sacks. Bone. This must be where Albert's
I managed to sneak up on a group of darklings. They had a giant bear immobilized at the center of them. It was bizarre. I remember one line about, "That's all I have to report, my lord." When the darklings left, the giant bear went. I'd recommend you stay away from that lair. We don't...
What our scout described reminds me of the humans' prayer of... It might not be polite to say so. The human priests pray devoutly to their god. The Darklings managed to reactivate the mana. It seems that the Darklings have a god of their own.
Can I ask a favor? I'd like to take Albert's belongings back. Even if we can't get into the lair, I'd like to collect them. Oh, hun.
Fighting an enraged bear would not...
Thank you, hun. But Eridrin's right.
I'm sorry, Keller. We could send in a legion to collect, but when that's done, they'll have to leave as soon as possible.
That ought to be more than enough for me to take back.
This requires careful handling. This requires careful handling.
A piece of cake. A piece of cake.
Nash, Shelter, this gold is my gift to you. You know, hun, if I'd spend all day staring at their satchels full of but it was only later that I realized not everybody gets to follow their dreams. Albert told me Alina only got into this business because she'd always wanted to cross the sea and when I left Millstone Village. And now, I'll add the story of Albert's caravan to my stay added. Yep, of course. Now the old... Honestly, he could barely get out of bed, and now he wants to cross the ocean? Alright. Speaking of, Merchants Guild does a whole lot of...